Alright, so we've made a few more changes. Put a 4th Wrath of God main deck, put the Delvers back in, and yeah, basically stuff like that. And now we're going to see how this operates in this 3rd match. Immediately I'm wondering, do I Geist Flame here? Or do I let him develop his board? A green-white deck isn't going to have any way to answer Blasphemous Act, except for like Doomed Travelers and stuff. So actually I probably want the Geist Flame to stay in my hand to clean up after the first Wrath. I have 3 Wraths in my hand effectively. This is interesting. So it looks like in fact we're against another mill deck, quite likely, which is just playing Avacyn's Pilgrim. I wonder how that all works out. I'm gonna let him play out his Mana Dorks, because they help me too. Oh, like Reanimator? This is interesting. Interesting. Really not sure what I'm like looking at here. This is pretty awkward. We got there. Desperate Ravings should be really good at drawing you into land. I'm just playing the Delver. I wonder if he's playing like 5-color Burning Vengeance or something. Just playing the Delver because it makes my Blasphemous Act a little cheaper at worst, and at best I could kill him with it, you know? Okay, maybe I have too many copies of Blasphemous Act. I have several of those in my hand anyway. Let's just play another Delver. He's still not doing anything to me. Desperate Raving seems like a very difficult card to play correctly. Okay, interesting. He has Dissipate. This deck seems like stupefyingly greedy. The mana in this format is really bad, and he's playing all the damn things. I'm almost at the point where I'm just gonna Geist Flame this dude. He doesn't seem to be doing anything to me. Discarded a Wrath. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Just wait until end of turn, I guess, when he taps them. Maybe we see something that makes our play change. Like, does that? That's funny, it's not a May, and so if he reanimates it, he'll start killing his own creatures. I think I'm just going to hold off. I can Wrath of God next turn. Anytime he does anything, he's probably going to have to tap too low. Yeah, and now I have a window for Wrath of God, so I think that's a bad play by him, just like straight up. But, I don't know. It's not that bad. It's not like he had too much stuff he could do, really, I don't think. Well, let's Blasphemous Act and then play a Delver. Start getting in. And I have Devil's Play as well now. Something I'm noticing about his deck just immediately is that it seems like he'll roll over and die to a fast draw. Oh, he had Geist Flame in his yard somewhere. That would have been a good thing to remember. / no. Let's just think twice. Okay, I have a Burning Vengeance. I don't have enough mana to play it and think twice out of the yard, but I could just play it and not do anything out of the yard. Seems fine. I should kill him at this point. Devil's Play kills like any of his big threats, and Burning Vengeance will take care of all of his little mana dorks. I'm expecting... Where's Unburial Rites? You know? Ooh. Okay, so we're sort of on a clock here, I guess. We should be able to kill him, though. Before that Grimoire is online. Especially with Devil's Play to top out with, although I'm missing on flashback cards, which I was not expecting to happen, like, ever. I wonder if this deck could use Quicken. The instant, not the program. Take 4. Yikes. Does that happen? It doesn't seem like this should happen. We're actually out of stuff to do with our mana. I mean, I guess we can Devil's Play for the max and kill him next turn. The only problem is if he has Dissipate. Doesn't look like he does just yet. Okay, so I guess we weren't out of mana. So he has to dig for Dissipate. He doesn't even get to activate his Grimoire this turn, so he's pretty slow. We're just going to be able to, like, Snapcaster a Grasp of Phantoms or something to get up to enough damage. Or even just Snapcaster and hit him a couple of times. Do I want to try to hit him for more than 4? Should be fine. Okay, so he found a Dissipate. I can end a turn Snapcaster and put him on a very, very short clock. That's sort of cool that Grimoire works with multiple things in his deck. Works to put creatures into the yard from Burial Rites, and it works with all the creatures in his yard. So it's a cool idea. And this is sort of one way that you can get ideas from new decks. He should not on Burial Rites here. That's very, very bad. Because now he's just dead, probably. He turned on my Grasp of Phantoms. There wasn't a creature in play prior to that. But now I have a target for it. Anyway. This is another matchup that seems very difficult to play. Alright, so Dissipate seems fine against him. Temblor actually seems decent as well. I think I'm gonna go just with an aggro plan though. Like, let's go Geist Flames. All the way up on Geist Flames. It's funny, casting on Burial Rites isn't that much harder than just casting the creatures he's playing it on. He has a ton of Geist Flames. I'm gonna drop the Delvers in favor of the Nobles, I think. Delvers won't flip immediately or anything either. I'm gonna play one more Devil's Play just to make sure I have stuff to do with mana. I'm gonna drop my Snapcasters. This is probably bad. Probably you either want Snapcasters and Dissipates, or you want neither. Sort of my guess. So let's actually play those, and let's just drop Silent Departure, actually. Like, it seems so good against his big creatures, but once he gets them to play, I should be able to deal with them other ways. I'm gonna drop one Snapcaster and one Dissipate. Let's go with that. This hand seems fine. Actually, like, very good. I expect him to just lose on mana an awful lot of the time. By the way, Think Twice and Desperate Ravings have a very cool interaction, where Desperate Ravings is better for digging you towards something in particular, while Think Twice is better when you have something in your hand already that you care about not losing. So in this case, I want to keep Burning Vengeance, so I think twice. Whereas at other times I was digging for a land, so I wanted to play Desperate Ravings. What are you going to do? Deranged Assistant? Alright, there are many, many ways for me to kill that. I think probably Think Twice would be a decent enough one. Although, I don't know. Maybe actually it would be better to just Geist Flame it. Let's just Geist Flame it. End of turn, Think Twice. And I'm not going to play the Stromkirk Noble because I want Dissipate up when I play it. He doesn't seem to have anything at all with his instant speed, which makes Dissipate very good against him. The reason is that in this deck I can hold it up pretty much at all times. So much of my deck is instant speed. And then just at end of turn cast the spells that I wanted to cast. So let's play the Stromkirk Noble. That's interesting. All of a sudden... Wow. I was not expecting that. I'm not going to fight that. I was definitely not expecting Brimstone Volley to be in this deck post-board. Just doesn't seem very good. It looks like he's just screwed. That's my read on the situation anyway. I discard Grasp. It's too bad, but we'll live. Let's see, I could have dissipated that actually. Might have been a good card to dissipate. I'm not going to bother killing his scout, I'm just going to go at his face. Let's dissipate that. I even have another one now. So, do I just deal him 6 perhaps? I don't think so. I actually have lethal just with Geist Flames, don't I? Each Geist Flame is 4. So no, I would need Devil's Play as well in the end. Olivia Voldaren. Okay, so like she dies to a Geist Flame. This deck has some real power to it. But maybe I actually want to just grasp her first. Seems fine, right? I mean, if that was his best play this turn, then how is his play next turn going to be better? I don't know. Let's just keep hitting his face a lot. Maybe he plays a creature that's tougher to deal with now that I don't have a grasp. Man, this deck... I'm blown away by how powerful this deck seems. I was not expecting anything like this much power. So I have lethal a number of ways. Like I can 7 him here and then flashback Geist Flame and stuff. I think I'm just going to play it super safe and keep Dissipate up until the end of the game though. I don't know, it seems like the game is over and I can do whatever I want, more or less. That was a pretty bad play, since I can no longer flashback Geist Flame, like play and flash it back. Hermit Scab has gotten in for 7 this game. What a beast. Is he just dead anytime he taps out? Is that true? Anyway, he's pretty dead now. It's interesting that Mare of Everbrug makes the cut in his deck. It doesn't quite seem right. But yeah, I don't think his deck is quite gonna work in this format with the mana that's available, which is not great. Guess I'm not leaving Dissipate up all the time, but there's nothing instant speed he can do to me as far as I know. That should be game. Okay, so that's basically how I would go about building a deck for the format. You just sort of start somewhere obvious, like Green-White Humans seemed like an obvious place to start for me. I played a few matches with that, and then see what you're losing to. So I saw Blue-Green Self-Mill, but it didn't quite seem good enough. And I saw Burning Vengeance, and I couldn't win a game. So then I wanted to build Burning Vengeance. I did. Played 3 matches with it now, and it seems extremely powerful, and yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for this deck. I think, in summary, what I'm finding is the creatures are the most difficult thing to work out. Do we want Delvers? Do we want Stormcrypt Nobles? Do we want Snapcasters? Probably, ultimately, it's going to depend on what the format looks like. How many Geist Flames get played? If there are a ton of Geist Flames running around, maybe you want no creatures. Or just Snapcaster Mages, perhaps. How many decks are humans? Against humans, Stormcrypt Nobles seems pretty good, since he cannot be blocked and he's just going to be a win condition. But then it's also going to depend on your role, I guess, because even if Stormcrypt Noble is like a turn 6 kill against humans or something, unless they have Fiend Hunter or Slayer of the Wicked, perhaps you don't want to turn on Fiend Hunter and Slayer of the Wicked against them. Perhaps you'd rather just play a control deck, win with Burning Vengeance, or Devil's Play, and play no creatures. So there are lots of interesting decisions to be making with this deck. This is just a very rough build, and I think with all the changes that I've been making every match, you've seen like a lot of different directions it could be taken. So if you want to give this deck a go, you know, you have some ideas now. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these few videos. I know I've been doing a hell of a lot of limited lately, just because the constructive formats aren't really too interesting. But thought I'd put a little bit of constructed up. Alright. So, this has been John Rips, and yeah, bye guys.